Am I in focus? All right, guys. Well, shit.
Episode 6 of Stogies N Stuff. All right, this shit's getting pretty serious, man.
Yeah, it is.
6 episodes in. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no shit, bro.
Hey. One thing I'd like to mention. Check out this new setup. We're fucking legit.
I was about to bring that up too, man.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I don't know if y'all noticed, but there's a bit of a different setup going on here.
Finally doing
We've got an office.
doing the way that I wanted it to do it in the first place.
It's like, finally, you give me what I want.
I know.
Fuck you, Marty.
He's talking about the angles, guys, of the
Yeah,
cameras.
that's what he's talking. He wanted it to make it seem like we're all talking to each other, which, hey, that'd be cool, but we were limited. You know, now we've got our office. We've upgraded. We've made some investments.
Hey, we told y'all some moves were happening. Don't act like we didn't. If you've been keeping part of it.
We got a new sponsor right here.
Yeah, we did.
Guys, it's 7 in the morning. Waking up
If you go in the
early.
morning and get your caramel macchiato, size tall, mention the name Michael Saldana, you will get absolute shit.
It's fucking almost 8, dude. Like, what time did we wake up though for this?
We woke
5,
up at
5:30.
Yeah,
You woke up at 5?
I
Yeah.
woke up at 5:45.
I know. Nah, you woke up at 6.
Check out my message. 5:45.
Yeah,
5:46,
on the
actually.
dot.
Yeah.
I woke up at 5.
I was already up when you messaged.
Yeah.
Why do you think I replied to you so quick?
Who messaged
Anyways,
first?
we're
You
picking
did.
up a trend on this.
No, I did. I messaged first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
he
time
did.
did you message?
It was like 5:10
Let me see. Let's check the receipts.
or 5:15. I checked the receipts.
We're gonna put this conversation in the post credit.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No,
Anyways,
maybe.
it was 5:45 when I woke up.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Don't
It matters to me. 5:17.
There you go.
That's when I texted
There you
you.
go. Okay, so let's jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
So,
remember, what is this?
what do you mean?
The agenda behind today's news.
Yes.
Let's
Oh.
do this, man.
Michael,
That's we're gonna
what
make
do you
that a
mean?
thing. Oh,
Guys, it's because, look, everybody has their take on the news, right? But people like us, we're kind of just led to follow blindly along without really dissecting and checking.
fact checking.
Right. Now, that's not to say that the news people aren't doing their job. I'm sure they've got a lot of stuff to do with following with current news. I'm sure it can be overwhelming, but we have the luxury to see what the fuck's being posted and then
Look,
looking into it ourselves.
we're basically considered an independent source, and so at the end of the day,
No,
Fuck
we're
everybody. Yes.
We're considered the source.
Oh.
I like that. We're
Okay.
considered
All right,
the
Jesus.
independent source. But
I like
anyways, we're going to be fact checking some motherfuckers. But I'd like to add, at the end of the day, this is a business, right? Not us, right? I mean,
Not yet.
We're doing this for
Not
free.
not yet.
But these outlets out there like Fox, ABC News, I don't know, just all MSNBC, everybody, right? They got bills to pay, man. It's highly invested. So you know what? They got to make the stories juicy. They got to push out certain agendas, make some riots, make some noise, and fuck, man, that's initially what we're just we're swimming through those gray areas to really see what we feel sticks out for y'all and kind of share the bullshit that we're getting through with y'all. You know, just share our input. Y'all might have other thoughts. That's okay. We don't expect you to agree with our opinions, but that's the beautiful thing about America.
Yeah, right. First Amendment, baby.
Make America great again.
So,
Trump is my
to
president.
get this shit started, special counsel, bro, David Weiss.
Fuck, dude.
David,
you know, it
yeah,
seems
Weiss.
like we just keep talking about Biden. Excuse me, and the whole Biden family.
Stogies and stuff.
But I'm sorry, guys.
Don't
What else
talk
you
about
want?
Joe Biden. Level impossible.
No, I mean,
Impossible.
look, it's because, look, apparently this David Weiss, he's a Trump appointee. But if y'all recall, Senator Cruz sniffed it out. So, yeah, right. He was a Trump appointee, but was personally selected by two Democratic senators from Delaware, Tom Carper and Chris Coons. Now, understand, guys, this investigation into Hunter Biden has been ongoing for about 5 years. This stems from tax violations, supposedly from 2014, 2015. So we already have statute limitations issues here.
Strategy, guys. Mike, go a little bit more in detail what we mean
Yeah,
by statute
please.
limitations.
So-
Please
what
explain for
happens?
people like me.
So, guys, what statute limitations is, it's basically the amount of time, the period that the government has the ability to bring charges against you. there's specific charges that have certain statute limitations that may be longer or shorter, but the general rule of thumb in the federal system is 5 years. It's a 5-year statute of limitations for a general given charge. I don't know what the statute of limitations would be for the tax misdemeanors, but since they're back in 2014, 2015, technically speaking, if we're going by the 5-year rule, that would be 2019, 2020, the limitations. But there's certain things that can toll a statute of limitations, such as if he was continuing not to file correctly, even though he violated those years, that could technically continue to toll the limitations and be a continuous violation. Unless he corrected at some point in like 2016, 2017, then the violation would start from that year and not be tolled. Does that make sense?
Which is why we're in 2023. So initially, this was probably brought up a year or two after the fact that we're running the risk it's running the risk of just being swept underneath the rug, saying, hey, you know what, we took too long with this shit. It's non-existent now.
Well, we haven't even gotten there yet. So Merrick Garland, the U.S. attorney, is the one that appointed David Weiss as special counsel.
Let's break this down. Let's do a little map right there.
Yeah. So why would he do that, right? Now, you want to know why he'd do that? David Weiss is a part of the DOJ, right? Prior to being appointed as a special counsel.
Okay.
And guess who was the one, going back to episode 3, if y'all want a little bit more in-depth analysis, guess who was the one that offered a sweetheart deal to Hunter Biden and his lawyers?
Said, all right, look, you plead guilty to these IRS charges, and we're just going to pretty much sweep everything else away from you. And hey, that's it.
Yeah, that's in a nutshell. That's exactly what it was. And the guy that architected this was David Weiss.
And guess what? He's the special counsel now.
Now he's appointed a special counsel.
And guess
what?
Go
fucking
else?
Figure.
As Mike mentioned, this gentleman, although appointed underneath during Trump's reign, right?
Reign.
Trump.
That's wild,
man.
I'm
saying it on purpose, man. But during Trump's term, this guy was, as Mike mentioned, put in place by the Democrats. Go figure, right? And so to be specific, what did you say it was, Mike? It was 2 of them. Oh, here you go.
The
Sorry.
senators?
He was personally selected by the 2 Democrat senators from Delaware, Tom Carper and Chris Coons, for the 4 or 5 years this investigation has gone shit. So, yeah, guys,
it's
crazy.
all a fucking farce. Like, this is bullshit. And not only that, I know Merrick Garland appointed Hunter Biden, but David Weiss. might as well be the same person.
Hunter Biden can't handle shit without meth.
But David Weiss asked to be a part of that.
That's right.
And if you go as to why he asked to it, here's the supposed
let's
reason
jump
why.
To the next one. I just pulled this up. Look.
Yeah, and the reason why he asked to be a part of it was because this guy knew he was going to be criticized. He knew he was going to be criticized because they knew that he'd look into his background, such as Senator Ted Cruz already did. He was appointed by the 2 Democrats.
That's right.
And so there's no appearance of collusion or corruption, I should say. He says, you know what, Garland, hey, appoint me, man. Appoint me. So you know what? By you appointing me, not only does it give me greater authority to investigate this matter, so it can look like I'm doing that, but I have to produce a report at the end of it that I'm the only one who reviews and I publish. So I can just make up whatever the hell I want. And of course, the people I'm colluding with are going to back me up if it supports them. So, wow. Create a nice little cover-up, Garland. Help me out here. At the end of the day, we need to help our forgetful president. We need to make sure that he, repeats what's on this report as to the findings of my investigations. Because, guys, let's not forget, he has access to all this. He is the final say. Now, they want us to talk about separation of powers and government branches, judicial, you name it. Bullshit. And this is turning into a fucking fascism state already.
And you know what,
This is turning into tyranny.
To give you some source, or to give you, I guess, let's use this as a reference, right? Right here. The report said that a few motivating factors behind Weiss' decision to ask U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland earlier this month to be appointed special counsel in this case. Reasons include providing him with greater authority to investigate and prosecute, increased leverage over Hunter Biden in future negotiations, and the fact that he is now required to produce a report as you said, Mike, at the conclusion of the investigation that would allow him the response to intense backlash he has faced from Republicans.
But why? Right? Why would he look, the fucker knows he's going to get backlash.
It's fucking bullshit.
He knows
bro.
they're going to question his shit.
It's fucking bullshit, bro.
Like, why do you think?
It's
Why do you think
bullshit.
he wants to craft this whole report, bro?
I'll bring up why. Because this one really caught our fucking attention. Let's jump right into it. Fucking President Biden. All comes down. Guess what? What threat did they end up pushing out? All right. If we continue with this bullshit, you know what? Who we're going to bring up to the stand? Guess. Y'all's people's
Daddy Joe.
president. Not my president.
Well, who said it's my president?
Everybody
You did.
else,
And
man.
I'm kidding.
Hell no.
Mr. Biden himself, Joe
Papi
Biden,
Trump is my president.
Oh.
father of this disgraced Hunter Biden. I'm sorry, you know.
It is a
I-
disgrace,
I
man.
don't like to talk about people this way, but I mean that's what it is. And
I
guess
do.
what?
Look, nobody's fucking perfect, but if you understand you're seen at a higher level because you're not seen as a private citizen anymore. Let's fucking face
You're
it.
a
So don't
public
take that
figure. So
position.
Stop claiming it already.
They're public figures.
Yeah, if you can qualify. Okay, so if you're going to take the private citizen standpoint, can I go qualify for coverage from the Secret Service then?
Yeah, no-
Is that what you're telling me? Am I going to get approved for that shit?
Sign me
Not even
up.
RFK Jr. got approved. Did you know that? RFK Jr. as a presidential candidate, they're qualified, and they qualify to be able to get Secret Service protection
Denied his ass.
for obvious reasons. They denied his ass.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
And after they shot down that old man, the FBI, did you hear about that?
I did not
The
hear
supposed old guy, he made threats to Biden over the internet. I don't know what kinds of threats, but essentially, like, I guess you could say death threats. I'm not too
Shit.
sure.
Pull
Threats to hurt
that
him
up, Marty.
well, you know what? We're calling all the bullshit right now. I'd like to add, I would not hurt myself ever.
Yeah, I would not
never
hurt myself.
Again.
Again.
Once again, I wouldn't hurt myself.
Marty, pull that up.
Let's pull it up. It's right there.
Pull it up, Jamie.
On the news, the headline, Hunter Biden's lawyers threatened to put President Biden on witness stand if Hunter was charged by DOJ.
And really quick, just to finish my last thought. The old guy threatened Biden. FBI goes to the guy that threatened Biden. They gun him down. Supposedly, since he was armed, supposedly. And yet, just because they potentially threatened Joe Biden, right? Or this guy threatened Joe Biden. And yet, RFK Jr. can't even get protection from Secret Service as a legitimate presidential candidate or potential Democratic nominee.
It's because he doesn't fit into
But
their
he actually,
agenda.
after that incident, he reapplied. So we'll see.
It's because he
What's
doesn't
called that
he doesn't fit into their agenda, Mike.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's what it's like. I always
The
hear,
Democrat Party has become an agenda of censorship and power.
bro. That's true, but I don't know if you ever heard the saying. They eat their own
They eat their own.
because
I
every
haven't
time
heard of that.
you never heard of it. I've
No.
heard it I've heard of it multiple times. Every time something like this happens, where a liberal turns against another one, or they start to wake up and be like, you know what? No, this is wrong. It's like they just
Interesting.
turn on each other, bro. They eat
Right.
they eat themselves. They just go after each other. It's just bullshit.
Wow. Well, we digress.
Wild.
But going back into the threat,
You're
you
the
guys
threat.
understand that part of a defense means throwing in potential witnesses with any personal factual knowledge to either give an alibi to someone. There's really 4 types of defenses. There's justification, factual, procedural, and definitional. This is one of those things where obviously I'm not aware of the discovery that's gone on in this case of Hunter Biden. I'm not aware of who has what information, but let's just say for the defense to threaten the DOJ that they may call President Biden as a witness on the stand means that he more than likely has personal factual knowledge of what was going on.
Yeah, and that comes down to the
Firsthand.
bribery, for the influence.
That's exactly
I mean,
right.
To go a little bit more into the defense, the actual attorney that brought this up, right? Threatened is the word that's used. Chris Clark, a lawyer for Hunter Biden, threatened the U.S. attorney investigating his client, that if his client was charged in the case, the defense would call President Joe Biden to testify, thus creating a constitutional crisis by pitting the president against his own Department of Justice. Again, this was leaked to the media that federal prosecutors believe they had enough information to charge Hunter Biden for illegally purchasing firearm despite being a drug addict. And now, so fuck, man. It's just fucking crazy, guys. President Biden now unquestionably would be a fact witness for the defense in any criminal trial. You think they really want to put his ass up there?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. They're scared of what Mr. President Joe Biden's going to go ahead and share with the public, man.
Or not share, because he's not going to be. He's probably going to fall asleep.
No, he'll probably blurt out certain things that's going to be like, I knew it. You know, they're saying, oh, he's not all there.
Yeah, well, look, that's the issue.
It's going to be a real life skit.
Well, let's not forget, the rumor is he has dementia, or at least oncoming dementia or Alzheimer's.
I mean,
oncoming Alzheimer's.
You can tell.
And the thing about with individuals like that, for people that are affected by it, I apologize. I'm sure it's not something that's easy. But for the Democrats to exploit that and continue to let him sit as president is fucking evil. Because if you notice, he has mood swings. There's certain times of day where they're recording him, and he'll sometimes do an outburst to the media saying no or whatever the case may be. But it's because they have like certain times of the day where their moods change because their brain starts to like be forgetful about things. So understanding that, you've got a trial on your hands. You have someone that may be manic or have a manic episode up there. It's like, oh shit, we can't predict what this guy's going to say. And to have a president potentially incriminate himself or plead the fifth and say, you know, I'd like to invoke my right to remain silent. I'd like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Holy shit. You know the waves that would cause in the world, not just the United States, but the world, to have a president refuse to incriminate himself. But I'll tell you what, guys, you want to know what this does? So typically a president has presidential immunity from a civil matter. Now, criminal matter, I've never looked into it, but you have your constitutional rights, right? As every citizen does, including the president. And to be potentially not forced, but subjected to questioning that may criminalize a president or incriminate a president, a sitting president at that matter, not a past president, would be this shock that I can see the DOJ possibly talking about. That's what I can see this going into. Now, this is pretty fresh. I think it just came out yesterday.
Well, just
some articles.
It came out. Well, it's been ongoing. Well, these headlines have been from Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, they're fairly fresh. We're Sunday, a day to 2 days.
This shit just really pisses me off, guys. And I may say that all the time, but it's because it really frustrates me that there is now an enlightenment, I guess you can say, of the amount of loopholes and rules that do not apply to the higher ups. It's always been there, and it's something that everybody's kind of aware of, right, in the back of their minds, but it's never really addressed. And the reason why it's never addressed is obviously for obvious reasons. It's because nothing's going to happen or nothing's going to be done about it. But guys, we the people have a voice. We the people are the ones that are ultimately in charge. We the people can do something about it.
Even though, I'm going to be honest, it seems like we can't right now, but they're afraid of us, guys. There's a reason why they want to, divide the unity, right? It keeps us powerless and keeps them and all.
They're afraid of you.
Keeps them with all the power, exactly.
They're afraid of you specifically.
They're afraid of us. They're afraid of Stogies and stuff. Hey, eventually we're going to get some Stogies on this podcast. You have my word. It's just, we don't like to smoke indoors. We'll do that shit outside. Or, that's right. Or, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll save that for a special
10th episode for you.
Heat it up. That's right. 10th episode.
I had an idea.
He's like, damn it, why Mike?
No, I had an idea of like where we could do episode 10, but stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. And you know what? It sucks, man. I feel like we're actually praising fucking Biden family because we just keep fucking talking about
yeah, but they just keep fucking up.
Yeah, man, shit.
I mean, bro, like it sucks for them because they're under a telescope all the time.
Yeah,
but the thing is, bro, so people are so blind to admit that, hey, you know what? Okay.
But you know what? I don't feel bad. You know why? Because they never felt bad for going after Trump
I don't feel
whenever
bad
he never did anything bad.
I don't feel bad either. It's just fucking, even I'm annoyed talking about him constantly, but it's just shit. How many more times we got to call this guy?
But dude, that's the issue though. Like, they call each other out, all parties, but nothing happens. Like, to either party. Does that make sense? Like, they might go all this route, doing this investigation, House committees, but it's sort of like a empty threat.
It's just an ongoing.
Nothing's going to happen. You want to know why? Because I'm gonna go this length, but every single person in an elected office or political position is fucking bought out or has some sort of
It's all talk.
incriminating background
I
to where
agree,
they know
bro.
if they take a certain position against someone like that, oh fuck, they're gonna look into me.
You know what? I've told Mike straight up, bro, I could never ever put myself in a position. I don't know about Mike, but I speak solely for myself. I can never put myself in a position where I am elected for something, even if it's just with our local governments like city or anything of the sort, because damn, man, the last thing I need on my agenda is being told what my agenda should be. What the agenda
no
of
shit,
my
you're gonna
city
cover
should
this
be.
today.
And you think right now I'm gonna have any influence? One thing I told Mike, fuck all this bullshit. You know, we come naturally, Mike and I, and Jesse too. We come from a small city. I'm not gonna bring up any city names or anything.
Yeah,
but
you make
we're
fun
in the
of,
Rio
you
Grande
make
Valley.
fun of where I come from.
No. Anyways, let me finish. Right now, Mike and I are not in a position where we can do real change. But guess what? We are working on. You know, we're gonna bring up this power of influence that we have eventually, not just by influence itself, but with our own standing. What I mean by standing, of course, hey, finance plays a huge fucking part on that. But if and when we ever decide to make a fucking difference, guess what? We're going to go all out. We're not going to have any lobbyists. We're not going to have anybody paying our fucking paychecks, doing us favors or anything of the sort. We're going to do it. We're going to treat it as strict as black and white. There is no fucking gray areas. And so you can mark our words for that. Right now, we're not fucking ready. I'm not saying we'll ever run for any kind of offices or any kind of
Mauricio
chairs.
Saldaña for mayor 2024.
Nah, fuck mayors. Nah, hell no. I don't want to do any of that bullshit. But
I do want
you know
you-
what? If we're able to play a positive influence for the cities that we're currently live in and also come from, fuck yeah, we'll do it. But it's gonna be the right way. You know, I'm not gonna rely on anybody. We're gonna earn it. We're gonna do the hard work. It's gonna be a long game. It's gonna be the long-term game, bro.
Is this Maori teasing a political run
Fuck
sometimes
no.
in the
It's
future?
not even on my mind right now. But it just, speaking about politics all the fucking time, this just shows you people take shortcuts because nobody ever actually wants to put the work in, man.
Yep.
It takes a long time for you. I think the reason why back then things have changed is, you know, as opposed from today's culture and back then, everybody
technology.
would want to go ahead. No, not technology itself. It's just the work that people were willing to put in to develop not only their character, but the people around them as well. And so I strongly believe that if you put yourself in a position to grow, you're going to elevate the others around you as well, your close circle. And that's initially branches off into other circles. But that's the right way to do it. So we're getting a little off topic, but
No, but that's what goes behind it, man.
does. It fucking
That's the
does.
fucking agenda. That's the agenda behind today's news.
that's right. The agenda behind today's news.
That's what it is,
Comes
guys.
down to
I
that
mean,
shit.
because at the end of the day, you all need to have that third eye. You need to open that pineal gland, and you need to just uncalcify it. Stop drinking fluoride water. No, I'm kidding. Already like conspiracy.
Mr. Conspiracy Theory over
I'm
here.
just kidding, guys.
Trying to get us removed from
Mike
YouTube
is the
again.
biggest conspiracy theorist.
That is true, bro.
Hey, but how much shit has come true from
But
what,
you know what?
I've been
this
saying?
is your time to shine, bro.
Yes, speak on it, bro. We could literally have like a 3-episode special on Michael just talking about
Shine
conspiracy
away, bro.
theories.
Shine
No,
away.
yeah, look. I don't want to go
Mike's
too
like,
into
my
the
time to shine.
conspiracy, okay? I don't want to go too into that because
Go for it.
no,
No, get into it.
no,
Deep in there, get it.
no, because there's still a lot of stuff that needs to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could do a 3-episode special on that shit.
I know we could. You can stretch it out to 4.
But guys, speaking of failing duties and lack of coverage, Maui, and not Maui, Maui.
Maui, not Maui. Not Maui. Maui.
What makes it funny is that we usually sometimes call Maui.
Where is the president? Where is Biden?
You got locals asking.
Taking fucking vacations on lake townhomes with billionaires,
He's sleeping.
billionaire politician supporters.
He's been put on blast, bro. Maui
dude.
residents blast Biden for absence following fires. Why are we being ignored? Yeah, man. Why the fuck are our own people being ignored? Why, Mike? You got us fucking giving attention nonstop and billions
To
of
the
dollars
Ukraine.
to fucking Ukraine, which
Which is bullshit.
hey, you know what? We take care of people regardless, right? I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any aid or whatever the fuck.
I'm saying that we
But
shouldn't help
gotta
them.
take care of our people first. No, I mean I know people from Ukraine. I respect people in general, but I'm just saying, like, hey, if you're gonna put that much effort into Ukraine, what the fuck about it? What's going on with our people? people in the United States right now. We got such casualties going on with
Inflation.
this fucking fire. Inflation is another thing, but right now we're talking about Maui. The whole fire that happened, I mean, it destroyed so many fucking businesses, residential properties. People are homeless.
Unfortunate,
the death counts are going up. And I believe, we're going to look up some more sources right now, but, the people are upset.
As they
this
should
is
be.
a clear indication of how the Biden administration is making the U.S. citizens a priority. There is no fucking priority for us. It's like, hey, we'll worry about you later. Let's take care of others first. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's might as well be the capital of foreign aid, because what the fuck happened to us?
Yeah.
Like
it's like we're second thought.
Right. And you want to know something interesting, guys? It's like the Democrats are putting this emphasis on medicals and foreign aid, right? So all this, the thing, I don't want to get too into the thing. These supporting of that, all this creating of these weird policies that just don't help at all. Look at San Francisco, for example. It's a fucking shithole.
Not only that, California in general.
Yeah. So understanding that, guys, we need to be careful because who's going to care about the middle class?
At this point, no one cares.
Who cares about us? Like,
bro, look,
nobody, man. Like, we're not being heard, and we're growing frustrated.
Look, man.
And we're growing extremely frustrated with the president
who cared?
and a party that just doesn't give a shit.
You know who cared?
Trump.
Daddy Trump.
Look,
Yeah, he
man,
did.
I'm going to pull up some quote-unquote responses from locals there. Right here, right? Okay, one resident of Lahaina, or I'm sorry, I might be saying this incorrect, but regardless, a resident of a historic town that turned to ashes from one fire spoke to Australian independent media outlet Rebel News and wondered why Biden administration is so eager to send billions of dollars to Ukraine, but has been mostly silent on the tragedy in Maui. So right here, why aren't you taking care of what you claim to be in charge of rather than sending out all these funds and whatever else you guys are sending to Ukraine or anywhere? The woman asked of Biden. Take care of here first. I don't see why any president wouldn't step up and take care of what's part of their territory. I think it's a stupid move on his part. Biden, yeah, he's an idiot. Damn. All right, let's play. And
so why aren't you taking care of what you claim to be in charge of rather than sending out all these funds and whatever else you guys are sending to Ukraine or anywhere? Take care of here first. I don't see why any president wouldn't step up and take care of what's part of their, territory. I think it's a stupid move on his part. Biden, yeah, he's an idiot. Sorry. No, not sorry.
crazy, huh? Crazy. And then one last one right here I just came across. Aren't we Americans too? We're part of the United States. Why are we getting put in the back pocket? Why are we being ignored? It's just fucking sad, guys. It's fucking crazy.
It's horrible.
It's crazy.
It's very horrible, guys, because you have citizens who are in dire need of help. Like, this isn't a fucking battle between two people like Zelensky and Putin that are using other people to fight their wars. It's nothing like that. This is a natural disaster. An apparent natural disaster where people need actual help, not just from the U.S., but if anybody wants to fucking jump in and help too, and they have the means to do it, then by all means do it. But our own nation is instead giving $700 per household?
It's fucking stupid.
$700 fucking dollars per household.
With this inflation, what the fuck are you gonna do with $700?
Not only that, bro, everything's burned down. What the fuck are you gonna buy with $700?
Apparently they're gonna rebuild, bro. That's initially what they're setting them up for. Bust out your conspiracy theory here, man, because
Guys,
I'm hearing a lot of bullshit.
So
It's fucking scary. Poor people, man.
first of all, before we get into the conspiracy theory, first of all, for those of you that haven't looked too into it, there's a lot of scrutiny coming down on the electrical companies in Maui because there was news reports before this storm came in of potential 80-mile-per-hour winds, and yet they still continued to run the power lines.
Yeah.
And not in the obvious sense where we'd be like, well, yeah, people still need power. But when they started getting reports during the storm that power lines were getting disconnected. There were live power lines just flailing around everywhere with potential fire hazard. They still refused to turn off the power.
Yeah, you're right. I see here videos put scrutiny on downed power lines as possible cause of deadly Maui wildfires.
Guys, check this video out.
Power line just went down. I hear a pop coming from across the street. As soon as I hear the pop, all I heard is like electrical, like bzzz, going on the ground there. Look, there's the power line right there. See them right there. That's the power line that started from up the road there, and all of that is still burning. From there, to me, it simulated a fuse, like somebody lit a fuse for a firework, and it just followed a straight line all the way up to the pole where the thing was, and it landed in a bigger pile of dry grass, and that just ignited. You get all this wind blowing, and now you get a fire. It just, that was fuel, and just in a matter of minutes, that whole place was just engulfed.
So you see that? That's I mean, you can see the smoke and everything. I mean, that's something that it's pretty obvious, and if it's being reported. And not only that, you have the chief of the police who refused to put the sirens. He refused to put the sirens that warn for earthquakes, tsunamis, like, you know, natural disasters like this, you know, is a perfect example. And he stepped down.
He resigned. I was about to say that. He resigned a whole day after explaining why he didn't activate it. Because initially I'm going to sum up this whole summary up, but his initial reason was that those sirens are used for, you know, tsunamis or anything of the sort, hurricanes and stuff. So the sirens are supposed to be used for people to search or to seek higher ground, right? So apparently he didn't want to confuse the people. Given the gravity of the crisis and all that stuff, people were just saying, come on, guys, we're pretty much, we're not stupid here. We can figure out what's going on. Also, make the siren available. Push that shit out. Wake people up. You know how many lives that would have fucking saved?
Yeah,
the number counts are still going up. People are still
and there's
missing.
like over 1,000 missing people.
Fucking crazy. It's
like,
sad.
Like, right. Like, if you're going to err, wouldn't you rather err on doing the siren rather than not doing it? Like, it's fucking common sense. Warn the people. Let them give them an opportunity. I don't care if you're overplaying it.
Just do
fucking
something.
Do it.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. At the end of the day, you're going to say, you know what, I made every effort to deal with this.
And you'd be commended for it.
Hey, you know what, I kind of just let shit happen. And that also comes down to how they were prepared to manage drastic situations like this. Because there's another article here that I just brought up for us. State agency led by water equity advocate delayed water requests during the wildfire to consult with farmers, Maui company says. Can you believe this shit? They delayed hours, critical hours, while the fire was just starting on giving the state or giving the fire department any kind of access to additional water to help put this shit out. Why? Because they needed to consult through, I guess, there's certain procedures they have into play, right? Certain departments that they need to get in contact with farmers and all this shit before they can go ahead and give them access to get in there and put this fucking fire out. So it's just like, come on, guys. There's got to be levels to this bullshit. You're seriously gonna wait, and it wasn't just like an hour or two. It was a few hours. This shit got out of hand that quick with high winds. Come on, guys. Fires can spread in a matter of minutes at a
seconds.
Wide range.
Shit, yeah,
exactly. With high winds, hurricane winds, it's fucking crazy, man. There's no way.
It's just look. We're not trash talking their response, right? In the sense of maybe that's their best response they could do, but clearly it wasn't.
Clearly there was a lack of management.
Yes,
regardless.
that's exactly right. There's a lack of management.
We're not saying that they didn't make their best efforts, but I'm just saying if that was their best effort, shit, man. No wonder why this shit went
they
south.
had notice.
Yeah.
Like, guys, this is why we have supercomputers that look at the weather technology to give you notice to be prepared to respond. Now, understand, it's always easy talking from the other side. It's always easy to critique, and it's easy to say you should have done this, you should have done that. So I'm not going to say what they should have done. I'm not going to comment on that at all. But I'm going to comment on the obvious stuff.
I said it.
Like what we've said. Such as the sirens that should have been put. Water's fucking obvious because what puts out fire? Water or sucking out the oxygen, but that's not going to happen because it's outside.
Exactly.
So water is the next obvious thing to do. Like, Guys, it's just a fucking shit show. That was a potential cause of the fire, but I'm gonna tell you what's been sparking a lot.
What's happened after the fire?
Right. So, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of directed energy weapons. Yeah. A directed energy weapon is potentially what could have caused this fire. Now, I'm going to say potentially because there's always room to speculate. There's always room to speculate on potential things. And what a directed energy weapon is it's an electromagnetic system capable of converting chemical or electrical energy to radiated energy and focusing it on a target, resulting in physical damage that degrades, neutralizes, defeats, or destroys an adversarial capability. Now, what the fuck does that mean in layman English? It basically means that you can have a laser beam or a directed energy beam pointed at something and make it blow up. You know how fucking scary that is? That shit's already in use. Like I'll try to put footage in there, but there's actual footage where you can see Navy ships pointing a dot at something and then it just ignites. That's a directed energy weapon. So that shit's already in use.
All right, let's share some clips right here. Let's see.
So
Crazy.
it's fucking amazing. Like, not in the good sense, but in the scary sense. Like, holy shit.
We just shed some light on y'all's ass. Let's go.
why would they do that to our own people? Why would they do a direct energy weapon hit towards our own people?
Control, man.
Control and implementing a new system.
Oh yeah.
So supposedly,
smart city.
there were rumors in January of a summit conference that was held in Maui
Oh, bring it up, Mike.
of implementing a smart city and making Maui, part of Hawaii, Maui, one of the first cities to run on AI.
Yeah, I heard the same.
To have a city basically reach singularity, as Musk has put it before, and just run completely on AI technology, from the traffic down to retail stores, you could say. Guys, this is all part of an agenda. And whether it's true or not, only time will tell. But to say that our own peoples would basically kill other people like that and would basically just do that is horrible.
It is.
It's a horrible thing. And I hope that's not the case, but that's what's happening. That may be what's happening.
All right, so fuck, man, that's some intense shit.
Yeah, it is.
My prayers go out to the people of
think about.
Maui. I feel you. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't necessarily know the pain that you guys are going through because I personally haven't gone through that kind of event. And but I do have a lot of sympathy for you guys. And so I pray that our government does a better job of managing y'all's situation. If not, I'm sure the people of the United States will go ahead and make the contributions and take care of you guys instead. And I see, I think we're going to be able to have to touch this topic again, maybe in another podcast or so, because I see the people are sticking up. And what I mean by that is I have been seeing or hearing that the people of the people of Maui are going to reporters themselves and trying to get in front of the news and make the news of their situation shine. And that they're also talking about how they're getting hit up by a lot of real estate investors placing bids or offering them funds already for their land. And so that just fits into a whole nother agenda. I think we can talk about that later on. That's just fucking crazy. But they're standing together and saying no. Gotta give it to the people of Maui, man. They're united, you know. That's something that we need to practice more in our culture on the mainland. But fuck, man, this is intense. So yeah.
No, well, I mean, that is fucking terrifying. But fuck, man, to lighten up the mood a bit.
Yeah, let's lighten it up, man. Lighten up the damn mood a bit. Let's go.
I got something for you guys. It's not as terrible, but it's a terrible situation. Have you guys ever heard of I Show Speed?
I show what?
I Show Speed.
Who's
I
I
think
Show
I'm-
Speed or what?
He's a streamer on YouTube.
I love YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. Google.
Yeah, you can YouTube him too. I mean, no one says that, but
Why
you can
am I
YouTube
afraid?
him.
The only reason why I'm aware of this
Nobody
guy
says that.
is because of his reactions, like specifically with Ronaldo.
Yeah, he got to meet him.
Yeah.
Why is it the first thing that comes up? I show speed flashes meat video. Controversy explained.
I told you, bro. He showed his meat.
What the fuck? Oh
Well,
my god.
it's not like he just said like
Where
let
did
me.
he show it on or what?
Well,
So that's an
it-
actual video about it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So this guy's a streamer, right?
But it's not like he was like, you know what? Let me show my meat. No, it's just like, so he was doing like what Michael said. He was doing a reaction, and he does this thing where he does this over dramatic shit. So this time he was doing, I'm gonna fuck you, Chica, like one of those fucking Five Nights at Freddy's characters. So while he was doing that, he was doing like a hip thrust motion.
Oh shit! I'm not looking at it, but I see where
But I see
where
it.
it happened. Like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy.
He's like,
His
whoa.
face, bro.
But anyways,
I mean, do you really think it was an accident, bro?
I think
You
it was
really
an
do?
accident.
I don't know. I mean, this
'cause
guy's part of the whole same group with
Yeah, but
what's this
Aiden Ross.
and all that. Didn't that same
Dude,
shit happen?
yeah,
to him?
Aiden Ross did that shit on a stream
What's
with
their-
that fucking pink whatever, the NPC girl.
oh, I don't really.
Yeah.
Aren't they
I-
making
I-
that
Supposedly, like he was sitting down, he stood up in his boxers and his shit was hanging out,
His
but it was a
little shit.
prank.
I really believe this one was an accident.
Think so?
Yeah.
You don't think they're making it a thing? We're
No,
not
I
gonna
don't
see
think
other
so.
streamers start.
Dude,
doing
why
an
would you want to
accident?
show off your dick
Wait,
to
wait, wait.
people?
What I want to know is, what was this on YouTube? What did YouTube do about it?
Huh?
What did YouTube do about it? Did they
They
flag
did.
them?
No, they didn't
are
do anything.
Taking them
They're
down
not doing anything.
Wait, they didn't do shit about it?
No, because it was an
Why?
accident.
because it was an accident.
Supposedly?
Oh shit! I brought up the thing by accident and we got taken down.
Pull up the article about YouTube not doing anything about it.
Let's see. YouTube response.
My man, you just had one right now.
To speed. YouTube breaks silence on I show speed flashing meat. Gives verdict on banning the
I just love that they put me. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
Like,
just like they never fucking say now it's the penis or
TMZ issued a
genitalia.
press release confirming that YouTube has opted not to impose a ban on the renowned gamer for his transgression that violated the platform's policy against explicit material. According to the press, it was established that speed remains unhindered in terms of the posting on the YouTube. This conclusion was reached after TMZ reached out to YouTube, leading to the revelation that while the content in question did indeed breach the platform's rules regarding explicit content, Speed is permitted to continue uploading content on the platform. So cool, man. He got a slap on the wrist, and we got banned for
no shit,
for a
our
bit.
channel got fucking deleted.
Mike, or Jesse, if you ever want to show your package, don't do it. I will fucking faint. But gosh, at least that opportunity. Just say it was an accident, man. Because apparently you can get away with that shit.
Guys, look.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
He's an 18-year-old kid, but at the same time he's 18, so he
he's
should know.
18?
Yeah, so he should know better. But I kind of feel like
Motherfucker, you at least 30.
he's over exaggerating a little bit about the way what happened. He's like crying in some of the videos, and then
Controversy sparks publicity, bro.
But Marty's already getting into
Fucking
what?
reactions, bro. I'm telling you.
Marty's already getting into him.
Oh no, my bad.
But anyways, so there's videos. I've seen clips of him reacting to the fallout and everything. But I really can't tell if he feels bad or not because he goes into this character where he's always yelling. So I really can't tell if he's actually like upset about it or not.
Can Marty pull that video up?
Which
Where
one?
is-
The
like,
meat flash?
No. His reaction, like.
Oh, just put I show speed talking about the aftermath or whatever the fuck.
Reaction to meat flash.
You just love that fucking phrase, huh? There should be like a graph behind the video.
Would it be better if he searched it like on YouTube or?
I think TikTok would be the best
This
place to
video
look
is
for
no
it.
longer. Well, there's some other videos being taken down. Of
Oh, that
people
one,
sharing.
where you see the blue background. The next one,
To the right.
the other one,
Right,
that
that
one.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what we gotta be.
Let's check this out.
See, so he goes into this character, so I really can't tell if it's.
The music.
So I really can't.
Damn, man. So people really appreciate these reactions, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's interesting. That's Gen Z for your ass.
So since he does this character, I really can't tell if he feels bad or not, cause it's a character.
I see your point.
I can't really tell if it's a character or not, like the aftermath. But I do agree with it. I don't really think it was actually intentional to show off his meat.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you know your audience is people below the age of 18, a bunch of minors, and that's a good point. Okay, so the stream was about Five Nights at Freddy's, like you said. Yeah, I've seen Dom's little brother. He's like 7, playing that game. Mm-hmm. It's a game, right?
It's been out since
Which game?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Shit, never heard of it.
It's like weird,
dude.
Weird
it's
teddy
like
bear. I don't know what the fuck.
It's like a survival horror game where you have to keep track of these animatronics from like there's like cameras that you have to watch to make sure they don't move and stuff, or else they'll like attack you. Anyways, this game has been out for years, bro. Years. I think the last time I remember playing it was when I was in high school. Mo, can you send me the meat video? I'm just messing with you. But that game's been out since I was in high school, bro.
Never heard of it till today.
In 10th grade. Since I was in 10th grade, I remember that's the first time I remember playing it for like a little bit just to see, because that's when it was being hyped. It was being hyped out. But now they're getting a movie way. You know the guy that played Shaggy in the live action Scooby-Doo movies?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be in that movie.
Wow, interesting, man. Very interesting.
Well, look, I don't want to say this. I don't think he purposefully showed his meat, but I think he knew that it was a chance. I mean, dude, you've got boxers on. We've all worn boxers. You know where the camera level's at. He knows the thrust he was doing because you said clearly it was for a certain character in the game. You're swinging your meat around like that, it's going to fucking pop out or potentially pop out. I don't think that takes a rocket scientist to know. We've all worn boxers. We know that shit can happen. As a fellow man, for all you men out there, you know what's up. I haven't worn since I was a kid.
Tidy whiteys.
Yeah, I was a tidy whitey dude. But, like, you know, as a kid growing up, you know that shit was a possibility. Even fucking around. It was funny, right? But understanding that, this dude's 18. He's not a kid anymore. I mean, technically speaking, he's young, right? He's an adult from a legal standpoint and from a mental standpoint too. So my take on it is I don't think he wanted to do that, but I think he was like, you know, this might happen, but fuck, if it happens, it happens. I don't want it to happen, but if it happens, cool. It'll stir some controversy, maybe get me some more followers. The guy's in the business of getting reactions from people. Knowing that and understanding that his main thing is reactions, what better fucking reaction to get than to do some fucking stupid shit like that? Don't you think?
Yeah, but
and you don't have to agree. That's just my take.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but I'm just saying, like, in my head, I'm still thinking about, like...
Fuck penguins. And I'm kidding.
No, I'm just... In my head, I'm just still thinking, like, it doesn't make sense for showing off the meat. I mean, who really...
Well, look,
who would really want to show off their dick to kids?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody would do that shit. But, like I said, I think his thing was, if it happens, it happens. And I'm sorry, I don't want it to happen, but let me just do this thrust for you and see what happens.
Can't picture anyone thinking like that.
It's weird. But the dude's in the business of reactions.
You're right on that.
His streamers know that.
Mm-hmm. You're right on that.
Look, man. Want to talk about...
Maru's like, I don't want to talk about meat anymore.
No. I mean, look, all that shit happened. Whole different generation. I mean, shit. I'm sure we were criticized when we were coming up too. But now, you know, we're in our late 20s, mid 30s, early 30s, all that shit. So we are the millennials. I feel the last generation that can bring just some proper management to this country, all right? And so anyways, the reason I'm bringing this shit up is while we were talking about meats and all this other bullshit, right? Very interesting. However, this shit caught my attention and I didn't mean to come across it, but the whole shit with Disney's new Snow White, this person or this lady,
this chick,
Rachel Ziegler, yeah, this lady. This woman. This
Michael,
lady.
Marty. Michael, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Bleep this out.
Nah. Don't pull that shit. Rachel Ziegler, okay? Rachel Ziegler is the new Snow White, okay? and she's currently going to be starring as the new Snow White for an upcoming live action film. Okay, well, anyways, this young lady has been creating a lot of controversy with how the whole Snow White storyline initially was set up, calling from one, just doing some brief reading, how the prince she categorized in the story as a stalker, saying that she wants to represent Snow White to be independent, doesn't need a man in her life, can basically save herself from distress. And it's like, look, I get it. This comes down again to the whole women empowerment. That's great. Hey, you know what? Women can be independent. And you know what? All the props to you guys. We're not taking away your independence. However, at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of women, regardless, even if you are self-independent, that, want that special partner to add more towards their purpose, right? What I mean by that, usually it's somebody let's just be honest, that's higher in authority, right? And I'm not saying authority like, hey, you know what, you're going to listen to what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying, hey, you know what, they have more influence. They have strong stance with their beliefs. They're just naturally a strong person. And initially, if you root this back down to when this whole thing started, right? 1937 is when the original cartoon came out. The whole prince
I think it was
helping
the
out a
first.
princess in distress is just saying, hey, you know what? There's that special somebody out there. Regardless, now I guess you have to bring it up where whether it's a man or a woman, vice versa. It's just what the purpose of this whole cartoon is about, right? So it's like, why the fuck are you bringing up this whole political agenda? And the sad thing is, it's like, fuck, I think she's a Latina, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she's
Polish.
She's a Latin.
We're
She's
fucking
of
Latinos.
Polish and Colombian heritage.
There we go. Like she's comes from a Latin background, and we're fucking Latins here. We're Hispanics to be exact. It's like, hey, man, naturally,
I don't associate with this person.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't agree with her. She's
It's,
young. I don't
it
really
comes
think
off
she
very
understands what she's
smug.
saying.
It's annoying, bro.
It's fucking annoying. It is. And it's
Have you
like-
seen it? Have you seen the clips though?
No, I haven't seen the clips.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
haven't.
hate her,
I
bro.
haven't. And you know what? I did come across this feud that she's having with another actress known as Gina Carano.
Oh, dude, they did her wrong.
They are
man.
doing it wrong. And the thing is, Ziegler, if she really wants a difference, I'm seeing that she's literally sending this young actress, right, playing Snow White, Ziegler, is literally tweeting, sending her cult following to attack this other actress, Carano, right? Because she didn't want to put in her bio certain pronouns that other people were pushing out, right? Constantly, as we mentioned here, agendas. Instead, she said, hey, basically she put beep, bop, boop, right? That's beep, bop, boop, right? Okay, I get it. Firing back at, hey, you know what? And I think this comes back down to the fire. Look, guys, you guys can consider yourself whatever you want, but don't put your agenda on me. At the end of the day, I'll respect whatever you guys want, but that doesn't mean that I have to put your pronouns on my own, own personal.
That's why she
feed.
got rid. They got rid of her on.
Yes,
Mandalorian.
on Mandalorian.
And,
And then do you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah. Well, even who's the director for the Mandalorian? John.
Favreau.
There you go. He wanted to keep her. I think Pedro Pascal as well wanted
Pedro
to
wanted to
stay.
keep her. And it's funny you bring that up because that's what I was about to bring up. Ziegler made it clear she was referring to Carano by adding, it's a fun time to remind you all to love Pedro Pascal. Pascal was Carano's co-star of The Mandalorian before Disney fired Carano. Pascal did use pronouns in his Twitter bio. So unfortunately, you know what? There's an agenda that's being pushed out as always. And it's like either you're on the agenda or you're not. And it's like, hey, what happens to that freedom that we were initially given, right?
Yep.
Okay, we have to abide by you. If not, it doesn't matter to us if we respect it or not, but don't put your differences on us either. Don't make us part of your agenda. Respect our own opinions also and our own beliefs and our religions because we all come from different religions. Initially, that's what makes America great, the diversity here. If you go back to I think I remember as a child, there was a melting pot, a gold melting pot or some sort where so many different metals were melted into one pot that resembled or not, but signified or gave the symbol of why America came about on how America is, which is we are a diverse group united, right? We're not all coming from the same religion. We don't all have the same backgrounds. We're all not part of the same ethnicity, but that's initially what's supposed to make America great. And that's what has always been our greatest strength. Now we're basically pushing the agenda that, hey, we're all either part of the same religion, same fucking opinions, or if not, hey, we're going to cast you out. That's always been, that's always, in my opinion, and not only my opinion, but in history, shown why great empires and countries have fallen. And it's the same bullshit that we're going through right now. This is fucking ridiculous, man. Cast this bitch out. Sorry, excuse me. Cast this
Also,
bitch
you
out,
can
man.
curse, but I can't.
No, it's a
You
different.
know who has a really good perspective on that?
Tell me.
He's actually trying to run as the Republican nominee, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, dude, I've been following more and more on that.
He put it a very, very articulate way.
Didn't I send you guys
Yes.
some right back in the day when he was barely making his impact? And I was like, hey, guys,
Yeah.
check this guy out.
And
This guy's
recently, a woman that I don't even know if I don't know if she's a woman. Well, she's a woman in my eyes, but I don't know how this person identifies herself. But she basically said pansexual. So I don't know what I guess.
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know what
I'll be honest,
pansexual
there's
is.
so many labels now that I don't even know what to bring up, bro.
It's
Yeah.
it's
gonna be
crazy.
bionic one day.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
And wait, but before we go off on a tangent about
Go
that
ahead,
other
go
shit,
ahead.
he put it a very articulate way, and he said that this is becoming a tyranny of the minority.
Yeah.
That there's a tyranny of
perfectly
the
said.
majority where there's oppression, such as during the 60s, you got Jim Crow laws, all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's tyranny of the majority where it's fucked up. I agree that there was racism at one point, and that was something that needed to be eradicated. Because fuck skin color, prejudice, fuck all that shit,
fucking
okay?
stupid.
I agree with that completely. Racism is a no-go. But that's a tyranny of the majority aspect, to put that to an end. But this has become a tyranny of the minority. Minority being the pansexuals, bisexuals, transgender, all that shit being the minority. And it's becoming this whole, do it my way or else.
Yep.
And it's not right. Just as it's not right when it's a tyranny of the majority, it's not right for there to be a tyranny of the minority.
That's right.
To make people get used to something or force them to do stuff, such as, and the way he put it, I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't know if I'm getting exactly correct, but basically having a minister officiate a gay wedding. Obviously, that's against the minister's base values,
right.
being a minister, but forcing someone to do that, forcing them to officiate a gay wedding,
There's no reason.
forcing someone to recognize pronouns such as that, like, that's a tyranny of the minority.
Exactly. It really is.
And I love the way he put it. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a good strategy on his part to be talking about it that way. But that's a whole other session
Because
I'd like to get
it's
into.
bringing awareness on how it's being managed.
Yes, and it's being managed in a fucked up way.
It is. And, coming back, adding to what you're bringing up and the specific topic that we're bringing up from Ziegler attacking, what's the lady's, Carano, right? Her response, and Daily Wire's response also was, Carano made a statement saying, "I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is very important, guys, okay? Which is now freer than ever before, and I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them." So again, that word, cancel. We're basically all being threatened to be canceled if we're not part of that shit. Mm-hmm. And so, Mike, great point with bringing in professionalism into this. We're talking about how just so many people in different parts of industries are being affected by this cancel culture,
Yeah,
or
cancel culture.
It just sucks. And you know what? I'd expect if, again, this actress Rachel Ziegler really wanted to do some kind of positive influence, with change on her end, I think her better approach would probably have been, hey, you know what? These are my pronouns and I support it, but I also agree. I mean,
Let's agree to disagree.
Exactly. Damn right. Damn
Respect
right.
your fucking point of view. I'll respect mine.
That's right.
I'll respect yours. You respect mine.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's a mature
Look,
adult, man.
Right. That's the way to do it. I mean, it might not be the ideal sense, because the point is to be, but at the end of the day, the point is to be able to discuss these things without someone saying, no, you need to accept my view, or I need to accept yours. Fuck it, you got your view, I got mine. Let's come out with the best best out of it.
That's right. So with that coming down to a conclusion of it all, guys. Again, I think what touches all of this is just keep working on your self development. I'd like to go ahead.
Can I add something? I was gonna say, it's funny how she canceled Gina Carano. Now she's getting canceled.
She is.
No one wants to see that movie now.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna be salty. I am happy about that.
Why?
You have your right.
Because
to be
she's getting
salty about
canceled for being the B word against Gina, and 2 because she's being super smug about Snow White doesn't need anything. Snow White doesn't need a man. She's her own independent woman. I mean, I get it. If you want to change something, I mean, do a different movie. You don't have to fucking mess with the character that's known for already being known for what they are. And then just for coming off smug, bro.
No, I agree, man.
Like, it's annoying as hell.
I will never wish bad on people, but if this ends up being the aftermath because of her agenda, what she's trying to get other people to do, possibly in a malicious manner, hey, then you know what? Hey, you also got to learn the repercussions behind it. Because on my stance, Gina Carano wasn't necessarily doing anything
Nope.
to actually insult anybody, right? Maybe the whole beep bop boop was a reaction to people, again,
that was hella
constantly
funny,
putting their agenda on her.
Yeah,
but hey, you know what? That
she
happens, man.
reacted.
She has her right to say, hey, this is just my stance, and you know what? Leave me the fuck alone, okay? Yeah. So, again, guys, I think at the end of the day, guys, fuck, man, I think a lot of these problems come down to our lack of self-development. I think we need to be more educated.
Yeah, people are fucking sensitive, bro.
Exactly.
That's what it is. They're sensitive as fuck. It's like
EQs
you're
need to
hurting
be
my
higher.
feelings.
Yeah, like we need to understand that not everything's about us.
Yeah.
Fuck. It can't always be about us. Like, you got to respect others around you also. That comes down to fundamentals, man. And I think people are highly influenced at a young age on how they're eventually going to come about. I think the major influence on kids, I think there was a study where based on the type of music or it just influence that a kid is pushed upon from the ages, I think 11 to 22 or maybe 12 to 22 really plays a huge part in how their mind's going to develop. And I'll look up some sources on that, but I came across it and I think it's pretty accurate, man. And why do you think these agendas are being pushed out at young ages for kids right now? Fuck. And it's scary. It's up to us to make things right. And I mean, that's all I got to say about this shit right now, guys. It's just fuck it, on to the next. Make a difference every day. Touch people's lives in a positive manner.
All I'm gonna say is bring back Gina Carano for The Mandalorian. That's all I want.
She was cool, man.
If she's back, I retract
bro,
my statement.
Disney is on the downtrend, man.
Yes,
I think there is actually rumors that they're gonna shut down their app, Disney Plus, and they're gonna merge with Hulu.
Good,
but the CEO has even come out. Yeah, the CEO has even come out of possibly even selling the brand.
Yep, the whole
selling
thing.
Disney. Yeah, because guys, it's already been proven. You go the woke, you go broke.
Yeah, I mean, fucking beautiful example.
But again,
Bud Light.
If we were pull out those conspiracy theories, it all comes down to everybody's in the control of BlackRock and what's the other one?
Vanguard.
Vanguard. There
BlackRock, Vanguard,
So,
and another one.
They talk about how
they got trillions in
how
their
do you
portfolios.
change people's minds? You force them to, in other words. So these companies really have no say so either. They're just part of the agenda.
Tune in for episode 8 where we're gonna talk about a lot of conspiracy theories.
Episode 8. We're in 6.
I mean, we're gonna skip it for.
He's already got it planned, bro.
I like it. You're doing your own agenda.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go.
We're gonna do it for episode 8. Episode 7, it's another daily whatever happened this week. Episode 8 is gonna be about conspiracy.
All right, cool. Keep a note of that. Hope you don't forget.
King Boss conspiracies, man.
Guys. Well, shit, man. I mean, we got through it. It's the end of our morning, end of our podcast, episode 6 of Stogies
Good
N
shit,
Stuff.
guys. In our studio office, our office
studio with
our new setup.
View.
Yeah, boom.
That's
Our new
right.
setup.
Let's go, baby.
Compliments of Mo.
For sure.
Stay tuned.